various things to talk about. This is the first of many podcasts to come, and we really don't know too much about podcasting. But we're gonna try. We're gonna see, where we go wrong, where we can improve, where we're not, all that stuff. Leave a comment down below. What do you think we could have done, add, or where should we?
Good or bad,
podcast?
We don't care.
Yeah.
You want something negative to say? That's what the comment section's for. Go right ahead.
Yes, sir.
Positive too.
Yep. So we got a lot of podcast, a lot of topics to talk about today. We're gonna keep it light, just to get the rigmarole.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off with, how our day went today. How did your day go?
My day went pretty chill. I'd say I was really excited for this. I'm not gonna lie. We did our own things for the first probably first half of the day after the afternoon.
Super late.
Yeah, me too. We were up late.
From goddamn fucking Fortnite. Not gonna lie, Fortnite's not too bad. It's just, it has its little kinks and stuff. It could have done better. But anyways,
back to the days. Yeah. So then, we pretty much messed our days together around 5 o'clock. We went to the gym.
Well, before we went to the gym, hold on. Tell me how. Remember that earlier today? I go to the gas station. I go to buy a goddamn Red Bull and Fiji water.
Yeah,
right? Oh! I go, the guy's talking. I don't know what he's saying. I'm like, what?
You know what's crazy?
What?
I'll let you finish.
Right? And then I look at the thing. I'm like, okay, 6 something. Jesus Christ, inflation. Am I right? But then he's like, oh shit, my bad, dude. Gives me a chocolate. I charge you for a chocolate. I'm like, what? What do you mean if you charge me for? I didn't really give a shit. I was like, all right, thank you.
I started eating that, by the way, when we got home.
There you go. See, I don't like. It was a dark chocolate, by the way. I don't like dark chocolate.
I feel like he was trying to scam you into he had to sell those chocolates or wanted to. Maybe it was for a fucking a daughter or something. He's like, let me
get my deal.
Yeah.
Hit one more.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It was filled with cherry. I didn't like it. The
dark
chocolate would have been
good. Yeah, that's not a good one. The cherry dark chocolate.
Cherry dark chocolate with cherry filling, I'll pass. Dark chocolate, I'm cool with. But yeah, then and then they had a 2 buy 2 get 1 free.
Oh yeah, buy 2 Monster get 1 free
drink.
And I think I might be the first person to choke on a Red Bull twice. I don't know what happened. I was drinking it. Now it goes in my nostrils, out my nostrils, in my nostrils, out my nostrils.
We gotta get them classy.
All right.
But, yeah, back to our days. We met up. I picked him up. We went to the gym. Pretty good. We'll get into that after more. But then from there on out, just making a bunch of stops. Walmart, Lowe's for all the rest of the equipment for the podcast and the startup and the setup.
Yes, sir.
And as you can see, I think it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, let us know what do you think, right?
Please, honest opinion.
I try to make it so there's enough light, right? You got these 2 lights in the couches, and we got this little blue light. And I saw a video on YouTube, because it's all about depth. You got to get depth or some bullshit like that. I don't know what it is. So I try to get some depth. I think we might need more lights.
We can't give you all the sauce though. So if you like this.
Yeah. But we gotta get a little bit more. But besides, let us know what you think of the setup. We're going to try to change up the places. The only issue is that our podcast isn't that, or the setup isn't that moldy. We need a bunch of shit to bring. But if there's not one over there, we could probably bring it. Maybe not in the future.
It might be power storage or something.
Yeah, like a generator or something else. But it is what it is. But our day was not too bad. We went to the gym. Very interesting stuff in the gym. Very, very interesting stuff.
Yes.
But before we even get into that, let's talk about Mr. Nick. Why do we even want to start a podcast? And there's so many out there. We'll probably get buried under the other podcasts.
I feel
why do you want to start it? And then I'll go.
To start off with that question, I feel like who said you couldn't do anything? You know what I mean? Who's to say? I know you guys see and we see all these big things like big podcasts, YouTube channels, whatever it is. What's stopping you at home from doing this? If you want to do it,
Just do it.
Do it. Exactly. And I feel like that, me personally, that's what I was leading with. Like, we had the idea, we wanted to start a podcast. So we just did it. We could have just let us, like, anything stop us. Because, you know, we overthink sometimes. But it's like,
true. The
I
setup
started-
was a lot of, getting the setup was like, I
yeah,
was just thinking a lot.
if you want it bad enough, you'll make it happen. You'll make it happen. And you made it happen with this. And so, pretty much, yeah, we did. I feel like, going back to it, the reason we wanted to start this podcast is because it's as simple as that. We wanted
to start one.
And it just gives us, we always have conversations online or over the game and parties and chats and stuff where it's just like we say some of the craziest things. And sometimes you do have a talk where it's just like, what are these dudes talking about? But here's our opportunity, so we're gonna run with it.
Yeah, so
What about you?
yeah, the reason why I wanted to start a podcast was because, you know, I feel like it's important to document conversation. You know, I'm starting to notice these days there's not enough conversations happening.
No, that's another thing we'll get into.
You know, I feel like you don't get in conversation. That's where all the it's like a drain, right? It's like if you don't drain it out, it's gonna clog up. It's gonna get a bigger mess. Talk.
Yeah.
But I ain't no Dr. Phil. But anyways, that's not the only reason. The other reason too is because I feel like if we do a podcast and it gets somewhere, we're able to experience different locations, hit new levels and stuff. It's like
Open up different avenues and
open up
doors.
different avenues. There's a lot of cool things you can do with it.
Yeah.
You know, and as a famous guy once said, it's better to be the creator instead of the consumer. Not saying that there's nothing wrong with being a consumer. I can't say that. But you know,
you get the
the point is just be the creator once in a while, you know, instead of consuming too much.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of time gets wasted just scrolling through Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they want you to consume.
And I will say this: I do flip through Instagram a lot, so I'm not saying that I don't.
He's a victim.
I'm a victim.
I'm a victim as well.
The social.
Pause.
Well, yeah, that's I feel like. I have a question, Nick. Who would you like to have on the podcast? Like a famous person. There was a famous person in the world. Or it could be famous, not famous, who cares?
Do you have an answer?
Let me think about it. Well, who do you think?
Yeah,
like anybody. I think that's really a tough question.
I don't think I thought about this. A celebrity or a famous person? I don't really care. No, I'm not even gonna say something like that. But that's hard. That's a good one.
That's a good question. I think
there's so many people you can name.
If we live in a different dimension, the person I would love to have on the podcast would be Marcus Aurelius.
Who's that?
Yeah, he's pretty much okay. So Marcus Aurelius is a Roman emperor.
Oh, so we're going.
Wait, here we go.
Okay.
He's a Roman emperor who wrote diaries to himself. Where if you read his diaries to himself, they actually are very true. You can apply them to life. For example, it's like Stoicism, where he's pretty much talking about like there's things in life you can't control, but you can always control your emotions.
Yeah.
So I think having him would be dope. He was like probably the best emperor there was. There was so much peace under him. But that would be dope. Another one would probably be Daniel.
Daniel? Oh my god.
You probably know who Daniel is. Daniel, if you're watching this, we'd love to have you on the podcast. I think you'd be awesome.
Danny boy.
Danny boy. But no, he would be dope.
Who's? It's on the tip of my tongue. The guy in the Renaissance time era.
Napoleon?
No, he was an inventor.
Leonardo da Vinci?
Was it him? I hate to be this guy. You didn't play that. You didn't play Assassin's Creed. It might have been Da Vinci. I guess if we're going like that, we're talking about from different time eras.
It could be, yeah. If I were to say now, yeah, it would be like Daniel because he's funny. He's funny, he's a cool dude.
But you said celebrities though. Like
celebrities wise, that's a great. Damn.
Because Daniel would be hilarious to have on for sure. Plus, he has his own talents, not just as like a funny game, haha.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's might be an upcoming, not might, he will be an upcoming DJ. I listened to some of his stuff. It's pretty good. But a current celebrity.
I guess just to throw something out there, somebody who's big in this area, I guess, for podcasting, or like, you know what's funny? I'd be entertaining. You ever heard of Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning?
Yeah.
They have so many episodes of what they do in just various categories that it's like they're so solidified in what they do in the game they're in.
Yeah.
That it's like not only would them being on our podcast teach us something.
True.
But it's like they're just characters. I want us to become like that. Not characters, but people you see and you're like, oh, okay. But I guess household names in a way, but not to that extent.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, because I feel like the goal, like, right? Let's talk about, like, what is the goal of a podcast? I feel like if we do get a lot of people who are in, the industry, we're able to develop our skills, our knowledge, and everything. That'd be dope. But yeah, that would be cool to have people on that have so much knowledge on that.
A$AP Rocky, just because I'm a major fan.
That would be
A$AP
awesome.
Rocky.
Also, a funny one, Playboy Cardi. Have you seen
Playboy?
that?
Oh, no.
No. Have you seen
Adin Ross? How we gypped him?
Give him like $1 million or something. Playboy Cardi really did any of that. It's kind of
A$AP Rocky's just a cool ass dude. Too. Like, you just want to be around a person like him. Just cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Maybe we get that Riri feature on it.
Imagine. That's $1 billion figure right there. That'd be intense.
Yeah, as far as that goes, it's hard. Maybe we'll come back to that when I have more like time to process that question and just really think.
Yeah,
there's so many people.
It's like, it's kind of like if you pick somebody else is going to be equally as good. Or if you pick somebody else, this other person would have been better or something like that. So it's,
as far as like everyday, like people, I don't want to call them average because I feel like that's kind of dickish of me.
Yeah.
But I would like personally to have like the real heroes of the world, like people who have like the 5 to 9s, like the teachers.
Very cool.
Doctors.
How would that go though?
I feel like
kindergarten.
It's really like maybe even small segments, to where you really get the gist of what that field the people are in, Like,
true, like understand what they do, how it's like. Is it boring? Is it not boring?
Exactly. And a lot of people, I think they overlook like people in the world like that. They don't take too much. Even people who work at, let's say, for example, Walmart. Have you ever gone to a store and you just?
I will. It's interesting you say that. It's like you walk in, you barely know them.
Yes, and it's like you don't look at them as people. You just look at them as like just employees. To where it's like, you get what I'm saying?
No,
it's almost like
they don't like go in there. You just.
And then then you start working at a place like that,
and you're like,
and then fuck, well, shit. Yeah, it's just I don't know how to word it, but
I get what
you get the
saying.
gist of what I'm saying.
I can't word it either. But yeah, that would be cool to have like regular people on the podcast. But yeah, I mean, imagine having Joe Rogan on the podcast.
Joe Rogan, yeah, that would be. Because he would know. It's funny because I feel like he's so aware and just down to earth at the same time. Well, at least from what I feel.
Yeah.
I don't know the man, but he'd be real with us.
True.
He'd be able to spit like real good game and advice to us and just like, maybe you should work on this.
Yeah, true.
And he's fucking smart as shit.
Yeah, I wonder where the hell this guy get all this like smart stuff.
Very intelligent. Maybe it's one of those drugs he does. He just
no, you know what I think it is?
Mind.
I think it's because he's able to network with so many people. He's able to.
He strikes me as somebody who goes in depth on his own time, behind the scenes, to really get like knowledge of what he's talking about.
Yeah, like a better understanding.
Yeah, Joe Rogan would be cool.
That'd be cool.
dudes from AMP.
That'd be fun.
Like Kai Cenat,
That'd be crazy. That'd be
Agent
fun.
Phantom. Who else is in it? Davis.
My
Chris.
question is with that group is how are you able to go on a new level every time, every extreme? He's always like going higher and higher and higher, more crazier.
That's the thing too. Is bringing them up in the goal of the podcast. You guys ever just watch somebody and just from the first video or the first couple of occurrences they have making themselves seen, you get that feeling like, all right, I can see this getting like going big. Like you already know it. Like in like somewhere in the pit of your stomach, you're like, wow, these people are entertaining. And I guess one of the people they have on it, Low, Legend of Winning, he said, I see you guys like sitting at a comfortable million per video each time. I'm trying to get there.
Yeah,
like
100,000 even.
Yeah, and I don't even care what people say. You could say, oh, that's too big or whatever. Why sell yourself short?
That is true. You gotta expand. You gotta get big. You gotta what's the word? You gotta shoot for the moon and hit the star eventually.
I guess you have to be so delusional.
No, actually shoot for the star and the hit of the moon.
You got me.
One of them.
You got me fucked up, bro.
Outer space. You'll hit something.
Yeah.
Eventually.
What was it? Michael Scott said, and I'm sure he got this from somebody else. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It sounds corny and cliche,
no, but it's true.
Real. It's
true.
Like
you're not gonna find out if you have success if you don't try it out.
You want to be one of those guys that's gonna say like, "Oh, we could have had a podcast,"
or say
we should have done that. Yeah,
it's better to say we have one, we tried it.
Exactly.
You know, so that's what we're doing right now. We're actually trying it out, see what it's like, see if we're good for it, and hopefully we are. I think we're very entertaining dudes.
Yeah,
not the first episode.
Exactly.
We gotta get.
It's just the first episode. You know, I don't have a problem with starting. You have to start somewhere. So it's like you said, if you have any recommendations or critiques in the comments, please let us know. If you find our social media somehow, whatever it is, DM us, whatever. Like, I don't really care to be embarrassed to the point. You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you.
This is our first podcast. We're not going to be fucking the best, guys.
Yeah.
Cut us some slack, but at the same time, I don't care what you say.
But funny you say that. I want to go back to the what's the goal of the podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like another reason why I want to start one is because I am usually afraid to talk to people. Like I don't really talk.
Makes you get over your fears to some extent.
I feel like if I'm just doing this, I get used to. I get the rhythm of it. I get to communicate more, to talk more, and all that stuff.
Put you in an awkward situation.
Yeah, put me in situations that I'm forced to overcome and get out of.
Let me ask you this personally. Me, I've been on camera before, and I agree with you 100%. Where even going into the gym, like I'm an introverted type of person. Like I'm very.
Funny you say that. Who the fuck knows everybody in the gym?
I know exactly. So it's like.
Come on, get working out.
Getting to that point, it's like I forced myself out of my comfort zone, what I would normally be like. And at first it was nerve-wracking because I'm overthinking everything. I'm like, what are these people probably think I'm a weirdo?
Yeah,
I don't want to be bothered.
Yeah,
but it's like you can kind of get the vibe of people once you get to talking to them and just experiencing it. And you're always gonna have somebody who has something to say, whether it's negative or not. So, like you said, I've met a lot of people at the gym. You haven't even come close to.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we go at 5 p.m.
Yeah, if you catch one of the days because it's been kind of shaky here and there. It's either very populated or there's no one there. But bro, I've met so many people, and it's as simple as this. Just going up if they're on your machine you want to do or whatever it is, go up, introduce yourself, or just any little ways. Like somebody needs some help spotting, easy. I just go, how you doing? What's your name? Blah blah blah. It goes from there. It's as simple as that. But it's helped my skills and helped me get over a little bit of that anxiety of just like you said, interacting with people. But don't get me wrong. Sometimes I have my days where I go in there, I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. Like,
yeah,
I'm not feeling the best.
Okay, I will say that. That's another thing, right? It's like there's another reason why I don't like talking to people too much is because when let's say for example, I go to work, I don't want to talk to someone. I just want to get through the day. I simply want to get through. I want to have a conversation. But then sometimes, like I've had that, mentality. I go in, I have a good conversation with somebody, and for some reason, work just goes by way quicker.
Yeah.
So I figured if I do a podcast and I start talking more, I feel like conversations not only just to get over the anxiety of talking to people, but it's networking too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information out there that this person might know, that person might know, I might not know, and you're really not going to find out about it until you talk to network with people and find out. So that's at least for me. That's for the goal at least.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
But actually, so pretty much. Let's talk about when we're at the gym. This young man here finally hit the big
PR.
300.
300 on bench.
And
that's what I wanted. We were talking about how our day was. I was very giddy. I was like a kid at a candy store.
Wait, so let me ask you this. What was your mindset going to the gym? Just not even thinking about doing it.
My mindset, first off, we're not going to get into this, but the little altercation.
Oh, yeah.
That was, I'm one of these people, I'm not going to lie. I'm a very nice person. I can be very kind, heartwarming, whatever you want to call it, very reasonable. But I have a short fuse for certain things. I don't like disrespect. I don't like people. If you're with me, like even like you're walking around with me, somebody disrespects you, that's like disrespecting me. You know what I mean? I don't like that. People are just they have a lot of ill wills and mean intent behind what they do. Sometimes people are just like that. But back to it, we're going to skip over that altercation. But besides that, the 300.
Yeah, the 300.
My mindset going into that, you asked?
Yeah.
I thought we were just going to have a regular workout today.
You know what's funny, Nick? So my whole entire plan of going to the gym was to get our rotator cuffs and back good enough.
Yeah.
Buttery smooth. So you could attempt the 300. Because
he was plotting this, I guess.
I was plotting it. Here's the thing. If you've been working out very consistently, I'll say that, which, good for you. You have your discipline and everything. So it's like, at that point, it's just a mindset.
Yes, very much so.
It's like, we got everything in order, boom, get it out of the way, boom.
Because the minute you brought it up, I'm like, I can't do this. And my PR before that was 295, but you guys would be surprised with a 5 pound or 10 pound.
Yeah, that adds up.
Different is like, and my mindset going, because I'm usually on the same page you are. Like, you don't have that mindset, you might as well just push it back. Because if you guys go in there thinking, I can't do this, you're not going to do it. If you're strong enough, of course, obviously, you're going to achieve it. But if you go in with the mindset of smashing a PR or getting to another level, you have to believe you can do it.
And, that's why I like PRs or hitting these milestones. For example, remember, there was a time on my birthday that I did 2,400 push-ups. And I recorded the whole thing, so I got proof, don't worry. So you can't do it. No, I did 2,400 push-ups in one day.
That was an interesting day.
It took me 9 hours. But the reason why I did it was because I wanted to let my body and mind understand that I can do it. Right? You can do it. That's what I like PR. It's like, it's a mental game. I like things that are mentally challenging. Not like that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, where it's like it's forced to push you and stuff like that.
That was because that was, like you said, that was on your birthday, and I was like, hey, for a gift, I'll do 1,000 push-ups. Where my elbows screaming after that, I'll tell you what, boy.
The thing is, how are you doing your push-ups?
I was flaring my elbows outwards. I wasn't keeping them tucked like you.
No, yeah, I kept them tucked.
Yeah, because you gotta put the bars to have them on. I learned my lesson. I'll tell you that. I had to ice my elbows for like 2 days.
You serious?
Yeah, he did 2,400 because he turned 24, and I did 1,050.
Yeah, 1,000.
And I wasn't going any farther. So congrats to him for reaching
Yes, sir.
2,400 push-ups. That's very challenging.
Next thing I want to do though is I want to hit 3,000 push-ups right in a day. After that, I want to do 3,000 air squats in a day. You know what I'm saying? Squats, and then after that, I want to do probably 3,000 pull-ups. I know there's a record for that.
I've seen a guy do how many burpees he can break in a certain amount of time. I'm not doing that.
But here's the thing though, I feel like that's funny you said, because when you do those push-ups and stuff, it gets to a certain point where it's mentally you can do it. Physically you can do it repetitively, however much you want to.
Yeah.
So I think it's you can do it, and you just gotta keep doing it over and over and over again until you physically
oopsie daisy.
Jesus Christ. Until you physically can
achieve it
and stuff like that.
But that goes back into the whole benching thing. I've been grinding towards that goal of 315.
Actually, great question. How long?
When I started getting back in the gym series again around August, September of 2023. And ever since then, I've been going most of the time Monday through Friday and taking Saturday and Sunday off. But since he's here from New Jersey, are we going this weekend?
Go to the gym?
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, so we're going.
Every day.
Every day, because he leaves on the 10th, so we're going to get it in. But back to what he's saying, consistency, it's I don't care if I up my weight by 5 pounds. I see that as a win. Even when you're struggling, those reps you're really
yeah, when you're
struggling
out.
Yes,
that's still
that will make you that much stronger. People discourage themselves so much.
Yeah, I see that a lot when they start.
Fuck.
When they start you to the gym.
Yeah.
They're just complaining, bitching.
Yes.
I can't do it. Yes, you can.
Yeah. You're telling yourself you can't do it.
Yeah.
Is a cop out for yourself. I don't want to hear that shit.
It's you haven't been consistent enough to actually overcome it.
Yeah. So
it reminds me of that one video. There was this guy, right, where he's fucking tell me I can't. You ever see that? It's a guy. It's if he pretty much talks about if you doubt yourself, your body is gonna know that you're doubting yourself and you can't, right?
It's like a flight or fight reaction.
Yeah. So if you say F all that and you could, and then it's a cool guy, but a little screamy. But he talks about you don't doubt yourself ever, because then you won't be able to do it.
Yeah. And I'm sure you guys at home know that doubt and just negativity can seep into your brain and branch out to a lot of things. So yeah, my goal is 315 on bench. My legs are twice as strong, but we're talking about a big bench, right? Everybody loves the bench. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
300 is crazy.
For my body weight, yes, 300 is crazy.
Let's statistically talk about 300.
I'm in a low percentage of people.
There's probably in the top, in the whole entire world, you're probably the top 1% of people, because there's no reason to bench 300. There really isn't.
No. It's just to be able to. Well, for me, that's just a personal goal. And me talking about this, I don't want to come off as that braggadocious dickhead, but I'm proud of that. I'm very proud. For months now, I've been trying to reach this goal of 315 on bench. And week in and week out, I'm getting closer and closer. But back into the benching.
Yeah, pretty much. Even benching 225 for just anybody, it's tough, right? You gotta be very consistent. You can't just, Yeah,
because I'm trying to get to where 225 is really just my work set. I feel like. And I'm
there.
But to be able to bench 300 pounds at, let's say, around 170 to 180 pounds, which I am hovering back and forth between there, most of the time 175.
Mm.
I think it's pretty good. I'm benching, double my weight?
Pretty much.
So, yeah, you really just gotta stay consistent. You can't.
Yeah.
Don't let the doubt and all that get into your head.
I also want to do, not only hitting these 1,000-pound clubs is cool,
mm-hmm.
but I want to do extreme shit,
Like Bradley Martin type of things.
Not like that, more of like jujitsu type of deal.
Yeah, I'd like to
wanna-
get into like boxing and stuff like
Yeah, I
that.
want to be able to have, once I hit the strength side of things, I want to be able to incorporate functional stuff. Like balance, this, that, and the other. And, so yeah, essentially I want to do other things like jiu-jitsu. That'd be cool. Have functional strength as well incorporated into it. I know like even that, like every day would be like, it'd be tough because you're just rolling around every single day, just wrestling motherfuckers, all sweaty and shit.
Yeah.
It's definitely meant, like, you know, you're gonna get, you know, it's a challenge. It's a challenge in itself, but it's a challenge I want to take.
It has its ups and downs.
Yeah. But speaking of ups and downs, Nick, what do you think of the state of gaming?
It's regurgitated now. Like people used to complain before, like what during the 2010s and stuff, where whether it was music or gaming, oh everything's competitive. No, now it's really
Yeah, no, yeah. There's like huge gaps of like Sweatfest.
Yes.
And
we all have seen two things that are the biggest things in gaming right now. Battle royales, hackers, battle royales, and battle passes.
Yeah, you know, the battle royale is cool. It's a cool concept, but it's like only a few companies can actually master it, right?
It's just like
the battle pass,
cash grab.
Yes. But I kind of do like it, only for the simple reason that it allows the content itself to be free, but the skins aren't.
So like you said, it's like
But it's you are right. It is like repetitive. It is regurgitated. It's like
only certain like game developers can pull it off.
then I will say, yeah, okay, I get it. It's a business, right? But it's like at the end of the day, you should start creating like fun things that people enjoy. You know, like a Mario game where they it was a business, but at the end of the day, it was pretty fun. It was ahead of its time.
It's only gonna last so long if it's only based around money incentive.
Yeah, that's true. It's like people are already getting sick and tired of it. It's like it's just not. It's annoying, especially Call of Duty now. Like I've seen videos where it's like they have a lot of hackers, and the way that these people are still be able to like hack and stuff is because they have somebody in the inside according to this. You know,
really?
Yeah, they have people in the inside of Call of Duty. Allegedly, I don't know.
Yeah, because how do you explain that?
Allegedly, I don't know. I watched a YouTube video where they're giving people like the code
to the game,
to the game, so they're able to bypass the antivirus and all that stuff.
And they have pretty people just recording it at this point.
Yeah, and it's like it's just annoying because it's not. It's like making the game not fun. Which if the game's not fun, the money's not going to be put into it. If you're not putting money into it, it's just going to fall and die.
Speaking of hacking, what are some games or one game, if you can name one, that has hackers are big in right now?
GTA 5.
GTA 5. Call of Duty.
Call of Duty Warzone. I think Call of Duty Warzone's the worst. Because at least with GTA 5, it's fun stuff. You know, you got servers, you got people doing funny shit, you got fast cars.
It's not as competitive.
It's not competitive. You're not, wasting your time grinding for something and then somebody fucks it up. That's not the issue.
Exactly.
With Warzone, you're wasting your time on equipment, this, that, mouse, this, that, and the other. And then you were to go ahead and try hard, and then all of a sudden you die to somebody who can aimbot the living crap out of you or knows where you are, and you can't hide from that person. They see you through the walls and stuff. Yeah, that shit's annoying. It's annoying. It's a waste of time. And if the company, the company don't get their acts together, and at least I believe, my opinion, is that it's going to go down to the shit. They're going to have to go back to regular multiplayer and then just focus on that.
Yeah. Speaking of hackers, let's touch on that more, but not in the aspect of just the gameplay and the competitiveness. You guys gotta stop, man, because you're ruining games. Like, you are getting games canceled. You're ending people's, jobs.
Yeah,
For example, you're Insomniac. You know what Insomniac is?
No.
Recently, they're big. They made plenty of games, but as of now, present day, Marvel Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank.
They're like company.
Yes, a lot of games. What else? I don't want to do a dishonor, by not like naming a bunch of because they're bigger than just those games. But this is the biggest example for me. They're leaking so much footage of games that aren't released, or just games that are in development. To where there was a multiplayer Spider-Man game, and you now just see it as the canceled game that we're never gonna get probably.
Wait. What do you mean canceled?
So there was a planned game for Marvel's Insomniac Spider-Man, right? Multiplayer game. Plays all different types of Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
They went in, the hackers went in, leaked all the data, leaked all the codes, threw everything on blast. Even the Wolverine game they have coming up.
Yeah.
Get literal gameplay.
What? So because they leaked it, they're not making it anymore.
Wolverine, so far it seems like they're still gonna release it. But games like, because they have a trailer, I can't remember the name now for the multiplayer Spider-Man game, but that's just an example of good things that's not probably gonna come to light anymore. And it's just like, my question is, what do you get out of that? You know, it's only like bad things come from it.
Yeah, not only that, but it's like you're ruining people's experience.
And they literally laid off so many people because of these things. People are losing their jobs now. Like, what do you gain from that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Now they have it to a point where, for example, for the Wolverine game, anybody who downloads or plays whatever they have leaked out will get charges pressed or some kind of legal issue on them. So that's another thing. It's gotten to the point where it's not just about the gameplay anymore. It's about
it's literally about people's like jobs,
well-being,
and stuff.
Yeah.
And like if you hack it, it's like, okay, now we don't know who the mole is. We're gonna have to let everybody go. So
but
it's that simple.
To get back to the state of gaming, I think there's plenty of opportunities for gaming.
True. Like for example, Helldivers.
Helldivers is a big one.
Helldivers is Helldivers has great structure. It's a perfect example of like, it's not too competitive. It's just a game where you go in there, you have fun. After you're done playing, your eyes are dry as fuck. You're just like, what the fuck?
It's one of those games where you play mindlessly, I guess.
Yeah, it's like
to some extent.
Yeah, it's like, but the problem is it's a little too broken.
This is not. It's not us throwing slights at the game. It's normal things when game. A lot of these times now, when games you do an update or release, you have bugs, but the crashing constantly.
I think it's normal. It's like it's early development. I feel like even if it came out like a year or something, they're starting to add a couple stuff too. But that's a great example of what a game should be. It's fun as fuck with your teammates and everything.
They're consistently updating.
Yeah, the problem is that it's buggy on PC. You can't really play it. It crashes a lot. But that's the thing. That explains why that game is so good. It's like, even if you're willing to pass all that crash and everything, and you still want to play that game, it's a fun game. They know what it's doing. It's going in the right direction. At least as a regular game experience. Where do you feel like the Helldivers is going?
We talked about this off cam. I feel like we both agree in the extent of you can have a good thing.
Yeah.
There's also too much of a good thing, but in terms of where Helldivers is going, stay on top of it. I feel like if the developers stay on top of what they're doing, and especially if they solve the little bumps,
they solve the game errors and shit.
It could have a longevity. I could see, because a game like that, it's a live service almost. But it's one of those live services where it caters to its fan base.
Yeah.
There's something called, what is it, Warbond or Warbound, whatever it is. It's like a battle pass. First of all, they keep every battle pass.
It's pretty much free.
Yeah, you find the in-game credits. You won't have to spend $1. It just takes a little farming. But
yeah, you could buy it.
As far as it goes, like I said, I feel like it could be it's already a huge game. It could only get bigger if they stay on top of it. Like, you're always gonna have complaints and stuff, but it's like, I see it having longevity as long as they keep doing.
As long as they keep updating and all that good stuff. Not only that, let's talk about GTA 6.
It's getting
I keep seeing memes on Instagram where it's saying release in 2025.
The one you said today.
Release in 2028.
Release when ready.
Release when ready.
I feel like it's gonna get pushed back.
Why? Why do you think that?
Because take a look at the history of gaming in the recent years in the big game Cyberpunk, for example.
Okay.
Also, guys, death threats are not gonna make the game come out clear. And if they do, if you end up with a shitty game, don't bitch, piss, and moan because you're a cause of that. Whoever's doing shit like that, you're a cause of it.
No, yeah, like, you gotta give it time.
Death threats is crazy. Let's just put it that way.
I want to know what they say though.
I'm gonna kill your fucking family if this game doesn't release. Shit like that. What was your question again?
No, like, what do you think? What do you think is going to get released soon? Like, what are your thoughts on it overall?
If it goes as smoothly as they want it to, it'll release next year. Me personally, I don't think so. I think it'll get pushed back. It's like I feel like most of the times when games get pushed back from the start, they just continuously get pushed back. And I hate to say it, but you ever notice when games get pushed back frequently, the game turns out to be kind of shit.
Yeah, that is true. It's like you're trying to get it done, but it's like just take your time. Don't release any announcements for this or that bullshit. Literally take your time.
And to bring back, just because a main reason we even put this topic was we both feel the same way lately, where it's like games just aren't fun anymore.
Yeah, it really isn't.
We don't know if it's because we're getting older or games are just getting repetitive or they're not the same anymore.
Yeah, they're just.
But
we get it. You kill somebody, you win.
Yeah.
You don't, you don't. But I don't know. I guess it's probably I know somebody can come up with a game like I feel like GTA 6. Let's forget about like the release date. Let's imagine GTA 6 of what it could be. We're able to play with players, from PC to console. You're able to write around. You're able to, essentially make your own missions and stuff. Where you're able to customize the car the way you want it. You're able to fly around. You're able to do this, that, and the other. The possibility is endless and stuff. I feel like that's what it's missing. A lot of shit to do.
And that's what I was gonna ask.
And a lot of freedom, but there's a point, but with freedom to it.
What do you feel like carries a game? And that's a hard question because there's different types of games, but overall, I guess if you could answer that, what do you think carries a game?
Just the small content. It's like you can complete a mission, a campaign, right? But it's like for example, Call of Duty, you can complete the campaign. We're gonna go after that.
Yeah.
Find multiplayer.
What's the point of
multiplayer? Because you're getting better, your skills are getting better, it's getting competitive. There's still things you gotta do. There's more content, there's more stuff you have to unlock.
Yeah.
Call of Duty for me at least, it's like I gotta unlock more skills. Or I gotta maybe unlock this camo, I gotta do this, that. Maybe, this is guy talking shit, I feel like there's gotta be a lot of content. So, GTA 5 for example, like you could, if you wanted to, grind out, get the money, pimp out that car. Or with a new car, pimp out that car. The ability to grind and get something and then pimp it out and make it look nice, it's dope. And then driving around with your friends makes it even more cooler. But I feel that's what, at least for me, it's like it needs to have those little extra content, the little side missions.
The small things that matter.
You know what I mean? No, yeah, man. I think what carries the game essentially is just the side content. GTA 5, even though that shit's been out for fucking years.
And it's gotten, 3 renditions?
Yeah, it's still good because you make up your own content. If you wanted to pretend to be a cop running around shooting people, you can do that. If you wanted to drift through the city, you can do that. There's so many things you can do, but at the same time, it's not like Minecraft where it's like, well, there's nothing. You gotta make it up yourself.
It's so big and it's been around for so long that people go out of their way. They're such big fans that they go out of the way to create their own content, I guess, like RP.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I think that's what it needs. I think a game needs those little small content, right? If, for example, if Warzone had removed the hackers, I think this is the way it'll get better. This is the way that Warzone can actually improve. If they remove the hackers, number one, if they start adding cool little challenges like the new challenge is pretty cool, or maybe they add a challenge where it's like, different things, not just resurgence, but like in Fortnite, they had like a 50 players versus 50 players, and you're just going at each other, just bullets flying and stuff like that, crazy shit like that, that would be dope. 50v50. If they added all these cool things to Warzone Call of Duty, I think it'd be dope. Not only 50v50, but they should add like I'm not gonna say build a thing, but I think they should have a thing where, I think they added this, where it's like vehicles only, where it's like tanks. They should do things, like, I don't want to take too much from Battlefield.
I never was a big Battlefield person.
But I think if they add different types of variations of Battle Royale, like Fortnite did in the beginning with
gold and all gold.
Yeah, or something like everybody gets the same weapon to actually see who's good.
Gunplay.
Shit like that with a big map, 150 people, 100 people. I feel like that's how we're gonna get Warzone to improve. How would you, if you had the choice, how would you improve that game specifically?
Warzone?
Yeah.
I feel like it's like you said, it's like the small stuff that matters. Add like Easter eggs for people.
Yeah, Easter eggs are dope.
Add
things where it's like, oh, you gotta get this fucking rock, shoot this, shoot that.
Let's say you're just having a fun time, just playing a match with one of your friends, and it's just like bringing that nostalgia up through Easter eggs or just mini games and like pop-ups and stuff like that. Like people love shit like that. It's like that I would say just ways you could have, because when it comes down to it, games like that is having fun with your friends, really.
Yeah, realistically, yeah. Not only that, I have another idea for it. What if they added? What do you think of this? What if they added in the game, where there's a game mode where it's like infected. There's one guy on the big map, like the map we have now. What it's called? You something.
No fucking idea.
And there's one person who's infected. You don't know who he is. And there's like 150 or like 149 people or something like that.
It's almost like imposter.
Yeah, there's 149 people on the map. And that one person can affect that other person. The other person can affect. I'm talking mayhem. Like you got 149 people at the point chasing your ass down. Like that would be dope, scary as fuck, and awesome. Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you think of that?
It'd be cool. I think it'd be cool because there's so many like what a big part of gaming is people's clips. You get like really talented like players getting these crazy shots or just comedic relief.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would add to a lot of it.
I think
What do you think is gonna end up on TikTok?
Yeah.
YouTube. But stuff like that, yeah. What Helldivers implemented, and games have done this before, but don't you love the aspect to where when planets need liberating?
I do like that.
But it's all together over the whole population.
Like everybody has to do it, and they actually add points onto the system.
Every person who plays the game is an impact to it. And not just, let's buy the game, now the game's doing good sales. Like, for example, bringing it back to Helldivers, like I brought up, if you liberate one planet, it's not just liberated by one person, it's not just liberated in your own little campaign. So you're across the world in fucking Japan. Online. Yeah, like everybody has a part to that. It brings unity to that gaming like community.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, that's pretty dope. And like you said, games have done it, but the way this game's doing it,
it's very cool.
They're doing it correctly. At least in my opinion.
Because what happened when the mechs showed up? When the mechs first showed up, what was it? Something like you have to liberate this planet first in the automatons. Boy,
that's how it came out.
Fastest I've ever seen a planet get liberated in that game. By the next day, it was done. I'm pretty sure it's probably done the same day. But what does that tell you? What does that? Yeah, what does that tell you about the community and the gaming overall? Like, if you find some shit that works.
Wait. So you're saying they said, okay, liberate this planet?
Because when they get the end pops up, they give you the message like, blah 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 on the map like this. They were like, oh, on the Amazon planet, this is getting overrun, right? It's like.
No, I say that because there's a huge possibility of they could be like, you want this content, everybody has to do this.
Exactly, and they didn't even give it like that. They just kind of, in a way, indirectly, but it got done.
Yeah, it's like Not only that, but it's cool because it shows that they're gonna add some other stuff. Like I hope they had vehicles.
Oh, they will.
Because getting from point A to point B, that shit's annoying. So
I don't want to make this the Hell Diver show, but I just seen something about teleportating like device.
that'd be dope.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
and but I guess back to gaming, to round it up, back to gaming overall. What do you think what's the Mount Rushmore right now of gaming?
Right
What
now,
games are really carrying the scene?
I don't want to say Helldivers because it's still really new.
It's fresh.
I'm gonna have to say Fortnite.
Fortnite.
It's been there and it's still there.
So Fortnite now. I can't lie.
I think I think Fortnite's up there. I think GTA 5, even though it's been out for years, is still up there. It's been there, it's still up there. Damn, that's tough. I want to say Call of Duty, but there was a point where it fell off and then it came back up.
Call of Duty is going through its phases, and
But
history repeats itself.
But I will say that. Okay, I'll say this because if you got to think Mount Rushmore, they did something that is ingrained in the game.
Yeah.
Fortnite is one of them because they created battle royale.
In battle passes. Yes,
Now,
for sure.
yeah, sure, there's battle
Royale
royale before, but this really said, nah, everybody should do it. That's the way.
That'll lead into a question, but I'm gonna let you finish.
GTA 5, to be able to run around the free roam, all that stuff. That's pretty dope. That ingrained the shit out of the game. Games like, I want to say, there could be games other than that, but Destiny, they created a thing where it's like, I want to say them because for me at least, it's good graphics and there's so much shit you can grind. It's not like, I could say sure, World of Warcraft, right? Well, the problem is, it's not on multiple platforms. The graphics seem a little too cartoonish.
It's outdated.
Yeah, it just seems all day. Even though it's better now, it still looks. It's just not. Compared to Destiny 2, it just looks better. Destiny 2 looks better.
I think Destiny is a good game. I think where it kind of sells itself short is the repetitiveness.
Yeah.
The new content they add is just like, don't you feel like it's the same thing, just reskinned, kind of?
But that's the problem. It's like at a certain point, you're gonna have to do the same shit. Like maybe they could have added like
what's the newest thing they added? Hoverboards?
Yeah, maybe they could have added like fucking a 50-man raid, something else.
10-man raid or something.
Something like that, but you still would need a better, PC and all that stuff. You need it.
That would come along with the game coding too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not,
we're not experts.
that's just an idea.
Yeah.
What they could do, but I don't know if it's possible. That's not, well, at least for now.
So, overall, rounding it up, what do you think is your Mount Rushmore right now? It's at least like 4 games.
GTA 5, Fortnite, Destiny 2. I'm gonna say Minecraft, only because there's a lot of games like The Forest, that things where it's like you go out and break things and you build things, like survival building stuff. I don't know what they really call it, like open world, you're building shit. And Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to create a multiplayer competitiveness realistically.
In that order?
Not in that order, it's mixed. I can't really put it in the order. It's just up there. It's on the shelf.
Okay. So just overall, again, what's your favorite game of all time?
That's tough. Fortnite.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Fortnite?
The amount, think about it, the amount of phases Fortnite went through, memory-wise for me at least, it was pretty dope.
What did you start in?
I think it started on season 2.
I started in season 3.
Where it was like, I was playing it, it was very like cool. It's like, oh, this is cool, this is unique.
That's when I feel like it meant more.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is different, this is unique. Oh, what the fuck? You grinded, you leveled up, you got better than your friends, you got more wins. I remember that phase in Fortnite where motherfuckers were posting shit on the fucking Snapchat.
Oh, God.
Oh, got a win. Oh, got a W.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Oh my God. Okay. I'll admit, I'm one of those people who actually did that. But,
I feel like for me, if you know me, you already know the answer to this. Sly Cooper.
This life. Why though? I never played it.
if you play Sly Cooper and you know the story, it's like for me as a kid, it was a big impact on me because it was like I played it with my father and my sister, and it was on a PS2. This PS2 was big at the time. Like I would say, PS2 is a landmark, a big stage in the gaming history.
Like it was bigger than PS3.
It's based off of this little ragtag bunch of animals that can talk, and the main character is named Sly, and he's like bullies the bullies in a way. Like he steals from
like
villains. Yeah, he robs villains. He doesn't just rob for. He's not on some
literally
fucking money.
Yeah, literally robbing it.
Run your shit. It's like that. So that, and now that I've gotten older, it's just really a lot of nostalgia. That was such a good. You ever think back to shit like that, like you said before, that, and it just gives you that good feeling.
Yeah, well, the thing is,
I love that game.
The problem with why I'm starting to hate video games is because like Fortnite's kind of taking it away sometimes, and then bringing it back with the old maps. But it's like, is it the old map?
Sometimes you can't even create that. You know what I mean?
It's tough.
But yeah, Sly Cooper. I think my top three: Sly Cooper, Jack and Dexter. You don't fucking know any of these games.
I don't.
He comes from a different.
I come from Call of Duty,
yeah.
GTA.
Don't get me wrong, I play those games, but I say Sly Cooper, Jack and Dexter.
Yo, I'm gonna leave it, but I know a cool game. But finish with this.
Can't even name a third, but those are my two staples in my gaming.
You know what's a really cool ass game? Lego Batman.
Lego Batman, the first one.
Dude,
especially.
That was the music that they had in there, where you can go, the Easter eggs they had, the main missions. That really made me like Batman. Not just the movie, but just that Lego Batman was dope. It brought like the coolness. I don't know. It's dope. It was dope. You think they could make something like that again or no?
Like I said, it's like you could always remake something, but I'll get back to my top three. You could always remake something. It might not always hit the same.
True. Because I feel like
I won't say it can't be done.
I feel like nowadays people just add too much.
Yeah, they overdo it, or they. You know what I've seen? They'll remake a game, or they'll add another entry to it, and they'll take out parts of the game that people really like.
Yeah,
For what
true.
reason? Well, back to my top three. My third one, and these aren't in order. Well, my third one would be Tenkaichi, Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi, and they're making a new one, and that's a good tie into where it's been years. It's been at least 15 or more years since they made another entry to it. So I guess that will give us our example of will it hit the same? Will it be as good as the old ones?
True.
But that's a good question. I feel like it's based off the developers and if they can get it done.
True. Speaking of Dragon Ball, let's tap into the anime series. For those who don't know,
The Godfather.
way back when I did not really fuck with anime.
Yeah.
The reason why I didn't fuck with it is I didn't understand. I didn't get it. I thought it was like very cartoonish.
And betrayed me about Trunks' sword.
Not only that, I've seen like the list of episodes for like One Piece, and to get into that, I saw like 1,000 episodes. I'm like, there's no way I can ever get into it in my
You gotta be
lifetime.
dedicated.
But then COVID hit and everything. Everybody got locked in and all that stuff. And then I started to watch. What anime was it? I started to dabble around on Netflix, and then I saw this Demon Slayer. I was like, oh shit, this was cool. I played it. I think that is my favorite anime I've ever seen.
It's a good one.
Once I watched Demon Slayer, it kind of like stopped because you know how like they're releasing a new season every time. Then I stopped at the point where I think it was the Musan train, and Demon Slayer. I got to the part where Ren. I don't know. I don't want to spoil it because it's been out there.
Oh,
well, pretty much.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. They killed Rengoku, one of the swordsmen, the Hashiras.
And it was right when you got to like really get to know
right.
him.
Yeah,
I
right.
liked him.
Right. It's like how the hell am I able to do that?
He was like the
anyway,
Mike guy of Demon Slayer.
Yeah, that was. I don't know. For me, I feel like the reason why it's so good is because of the art. the way that they make the fighting, the way that the colors look, the way that they make it pop. It's very awesome. But then it stopped at that point. So then I went to other anime. I sort of watched Dragon Ball. I sort of watched, Black Clover, One Punch.
One Punch.
I started to watch, all these other animes and stuff. And by the way, I hate how some of the animes are not. They're still producing them, or some of them they just stop.
When COVID hit, put an end on a lot of stuff for a while.
And that's some bullshit because actually I heard. I don't know if this is true, but they're apparently coming out with One Punch season 2 or another season.
Season 3, I think they're on.
Yeah, they're coming out with another One Punch.
Yeah,
and I've seen it.
It's a funny one.
And it's based on, the guy with the hair, Garu.
I don't know how to pronounce his name correctly.
No, that's right, Garu. It's based on that. And I want to
like a monster and stuff.
Dude, I mean, it's funny how like the One Punch he punches it, that's it, fight over.
Yeah, because the name of it and the premise, you think, what the fuck? How are they gonna make a show out of that?
Yeah, right. It's like they punch everybody, then you get it over with. But it's interesting how they make it. It's like they underestimate him. He's not always on every single fight.
Yeah.
He's just one person and stuff like that. So it's like not only that, it makes it interesting. Like, can somebody beat him? We'll never know. But yeah, that's a pretty good anime as well. I have a question, Nick, because you have more experience in anime. What are your top 3?
Dragon Ball Z is number 1.
Okay.
That's like the foundation. So many animes take inspiration from it, like Naruto, and a lot of others. I say Dragon Ball Z, and these are gonna be cliche, but I don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and if we're mixing a new one that I've Death Note. I gotta put in Death Note. Death Note is crazy.
Yeah, I'm starting to watch Death Note.
Death Note is crazy, man.
Let me just say, dude.
Interesting, right?
The things they think, the way they plan things out, it's...
Who the fuck is making this shit up, bro?
Yeah, bro, they had to be like a serial killer or something.
Yeah, it makes you scared.
Honestly, this shit is like pretty creepy shit, but it's very interesting. It keeps your attention.
It's a thriller for
It's
sure.
a great thrill. It's like a subtle thriller, like, oh shit, now you're getting bad.
It mixes like things that could really happen, and it does mix. Like once you get into it, it mixes things that can happen in the real world, and things that are a part of anime in together.
Yeah.
Like Shinigami, and then just being a fucking serial killer. Yeah.
So you know what's funny though? The first time I was seeing the episode, I started to hate a lot of the secretive guy because he's like, oh, he's not doing much. He's just killing bad guys and stuff. Leave him alone.
Akira?
Like, no, 11. L or something.
Oh,
L.
yeah.
I hated L or whatever the fuck because he was like, why are you gonna stop just killing enemy or bad people, bad guys?
The pal dude.
What do you mean?
Talking about the main character.
Yeah, look,
The main character,
Light. Light. I was like, why are you trying to stop Light? Just killing bad people. Well, then once you start getting into it, it's like,
man,
this
power
motherfucker is killing everybody.
Yeah.
And you're trying to do their job.
man's power hungry.
Yeah, dude. It's like, what the fuck? But anyway, that's. You know what's a great anime? Let me ask you this, Nick. Have you watched Jujutsu Kaisen?
Yes, of course. And he's trying to give me that. I have to rewatch it. You ever just put something on in the
Yeah, and
background?
it's like, what happened? Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's a lot of content now where I can just sit there and binge it. And I don't like overhyped things. You know what I mean? But
Yes,
most of the
no.
time,
The reason why this isn't overhyped, I've never seen fighting style like this. It's very unique and interesting. I'm not gonna say unique, but it's very. It's like how I'm not gonna
because
say.
I'm not saying Jujutsu Kaisen is trash. It's just like people have a tendency to overhype it.
Yeah, overhyped.
And in my
watch it,
history, it's
whack.
like, yeah, and I'm like that. But I'm one of those people where it's like, I like to do or watch things like that on my time.
True.
I want my own personal opinion. Because do you feel like sometimes it's like that? Somebody will say anime's trash. Or, for example, when movies come out, somebody could be like, oh, this movie was trash. And then you go to see it and you're like, I actually liked it personally.
Yeah.
I don't want it to sway my opinion, you know?
No, that's true. That's when I'm like, when I see a movie trailer, I'm like, all right, turn the comments on. I'm knocking out watching this shit.
Not saying that it rules my whole like outlook of something, but it for example, if somebody says something's trash, there's a lot of people who'd be like, I'm not gonna watch it then.
True.
You might give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Let me ask you this: what are your top 3 Speaking of movies, what are your top 3 movies?
Oh, fuck.
I'll tell you what my number 1 is. My number 1 movie of all time is Batman, the 1998 version with Michael Keaton. Dude, I don't know what it is about that movie specifically, but it's like cool. It's like very comical. Movies back then were like a little comical, but they were cool at the same time. They were like very like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They weren't like as serious. Like, say for example, Batman Begins. Like, yeah, that was a good movie, but it wasn't. It was too serious.
I like the movies like that. I like well, not like I don't have a top 3. I can name you some movies that would give you a representation of the things I would like to watch. Like I like horror movies.
Mm.
I used to be deathly afraid of them as a child, but
Yeah, I like horror movies too.
I would say Halloween. I'd say movies like Don't Mess with the Zohan, stuff like that. It's just
Okay.
you don't take it too serious. It's like super bad.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's movies back then. Don't you feel like movies back then could have a whole movie, and of course there's the main plot, but so much different shit happens in that movie. Like, you ever watch Bill and Ted?
Mm-hmm. No.
You gotta watch Bill
I think
and
I
Ted.
watched it, but I don't know the name of it.
Movies like Austin Powers.
That's pretty good.
So much shit happens in those movies where it's like
You
you're like,
can't-
what the fuck is
Yeah,
going on?
right? Yeah.
But it's not like bad. It's like, this is hilarious or
You gotta
whatever.
watch it again. See
Yeah.
what happens.
It's like that stuff like that. I like movies like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'll see. For me, second would be. So it's okay. Top 3 movies for me would be Batman, 1989 version, Michael Keaton. Second would be The Burbs.
The Birds,
The Burbs
The Burbs.
with Tom Hanks. You ever see that movie, The Burbs?
If you show me, I might know. I don't think I've ever
And the
watched it.
third movie would have to be. That's tough because it's like. I'm not sure, but those top 2 are really good. The Burbs is pretty much like Tom Hanks. He moves into the suburbs, and his neighbor is like on some demonic shit. Like, he's doing some fucked up shit in his house.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're doing fucked up shit. And the guy's like, oh, no, this is all perfectly normal. People are like, nah, he's normal. The neighbor. But it's like, nah, he's seeing shit happen, and it's pretty. But I'm saying, like, I don't know. Movies back then were pretty good. I feel like nowadays it's just. They just do too much.
I feel like this.
It's too corporate, too Hollywoodish.
I'll say, you ever had an experience with something where it makes you self-aware that you actually are becoming a fan of that circle of whatever realm it's in? A movie that made me aware of being a fan of movies for some reason at a young age was a movie named The Italian Job with Mark
Oh,
Wahlberg.
I've seen it.
Mark
That's a
Wahlberg.
very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about that movie. Yeah.
Well, I don't know how people are making this shit up. It's like a smart movie. Like, how do you think that? How do you do that? That's so smart.
And ever since then, I was kind of more aware of shit like that, you know?
True. That's a pretty good movie.
It's hard for me to have the top 3 movies. There's so many. Because I come from a background where growing up, we didn't have cable. So whatever we watched on repeat. And I used to have VHS tapes, DVDs. We had a whole collection of things, and we just watching on back to back. Agent fucking Cody Banks. Like I said, Austin Powers, a lot of stuff like that, where it's like it made me more appreciative of what I had because
Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of going on.
movies back then. I don't know, man. They were just so good.
Yeah, a lot better than what they are now. You just put it. It's like gaming.
True.
Just
They're just producing them like crazy.
You remember when you used to turn on the TV and you would see a trailer and be like, wow, that looks good. Now
Yeah,
they just
right.
have
It's like, oh my
trailers
God.
where you see a movie you've never seen a fucking trailer once for it. But you know what? Spider-Man, I'm big on those ones, especially the Sam Raimi ones. I'd say if I had to be in my top 3, that's one of them. Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man's pretty good. I like the first one.
Yeah.
The first one where you would watch it's like so fucking cool. That and the Hulk. The first
The
one.
Hulk, yeah.
But looking back to the Hulk, it looks a little. You can see the CGI.
Yeah.
It's like.
You ever notice that some of the CGI from older movies are a lot better than present day CGI?
Yeah, I always wonder that. Do they actually do that for real? Like some of the killing scenes are just like, I don't know, man. Looking back at it, it looks a little too real.
Yeah. Whoa.
I'm just saying.
I thought you were gonna be like, that looks like shit. No.
But let's talk about TV shows. Hey, what are some of your favorite TV shows? Okay, I'll go first. All right. Number one of all, it used to be. This is very controversial. It used to be The Office. Number one.
Oh.
But then I watched this TV show called Curb Your Enthusiasm, motherfucker. And I was like, this is more relevant to like real life. Like the shit you be going through, the shit you want to say to people, like go fuck yourself, this, that, and the other. You know, and it's hilarious. It's like, that shit is hilarious.
I'm a dry humor type of guy. And that
Yeah.
show comes off as like sarcastic and dry humor.
No, yeah, for me, it has to be number one, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Number two, The Office. And number three, it has to be Supernatural.
Oh.
Dude.
That's two of mine right there. You just named two of mine.
I can literally go back and watch Supernatural again.
Because you would think, there's some shows that could have like 12 or 13 seasons back, bro. Give it up already. But I feel like during that time, Supernatural just kept, you could watch it and watch it and watch it.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know what they do. It's like, they add every enemy or every boogie monster you could think of into a show. They find that way to kill it and stuff. It's just like, that's freaking dope shit.
And this dude is I'm a big Office fan, but this motherfucker will sit down and watch an episode and know that shit line for line.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be like, bro, shut the fuck up. Yeah, he said, just watch the show. Yeah, I'd say The Office.
Okay.
Because I was watching that shit since I was in second grade. And Supernatural's really good.
Okay.
The Walking Dead was good till it wasn't.
Yeah, Walking Dead's up there for me, but it got to a point where they removed. I don't know what went wrong with it. I can't really say because I haven't gone too far. I got to a point where I just stopped.
Stupid, bro. It's like I never finished it because it started to just get dumb. Like I feel like the point where they reached Negan, it just started to fall off. Because I heard something about the main cause of it being aliens and all this shit.
Aliens.
And it just didn't make sense.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, if that's the case, it's just like sometimes you gotta. There's a lot of shows where they end, and you know it's like you don't want it to end, but it ended. And the reason for that is a lot of shows want to end where they're on the high note.
Yeah, that is true. I like how you said that.
Supernatural's amazing. It should be done.
No, that is true. It's like, I think it is important, even though we'll miss the show, to end it on a good note. So
you can always watch
the show. Oh, this is an amazing show.
Even with The Office, when they took out Michael Scott, there was short times where Idris Elba came in and Will Ferrell came in, and it was just like.
No, I will say it was funny, but it wasn't as like what The Office is meant to be.
Yeah, exactly. It took away a main part of it, but yeah, shows like that. Oh, Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay. Here's the thing, right? I've never actually sat down and watched it, but I've seen.
You got to.
I've seen the fucking memes.
Yeah.
What's that show?
Charlie.
No,
the short one.
What's his actor's name?
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Where he's wearing the wig, bro. That shit is hilarious.
If you like Curb Your Enthusiasm and you like The Office, you'll like It's Always Sunny.
No, I feel like I would.
It's in between those two.
That shit is it's when I've seen clips on memes.
You guys,
it's hilarious.
It is. It's funny as shit.
Like, bro.
And Danny DeVito, he's just a funny guy overall. And he was in Batman. He played the Penguin.
Dude. Funny guy, but I don't know how he played it so well.
I remember the time he was just nibbling on the
fish. Like I think he was meant for that role. Little bald fucking guy.
You ever see that movie with him and Arnold Schwarzenegger, twins?
The twins. That shit was good. That shit was pretty good movie.
Stuff like that, movies like that, and shows like that really
leave
an impact on people.
Do you think like the movies and shows nowadays? Do you think it's gonna be like we'll remember it or no? Or like, oh my god, remember this show? Or oh my god, remember that movie? Or do you think it's gonna be like, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't memorable?
I think we'll remember it, But one thing I don't like when they do stuff is either they'll make a remake that's not good, or they make a sequel. Like, you ever heard of Good Burger? You guys, I'm sure a lot of you have heard of.
Oh,
Good
they
Burger.
made that again.
They made a sequel of Good Burger, or Joe Dirt. Fucking stop! No, that shit is ass.
Yeah,
It's so fucking ass.
you know,
I can't.
You know what's funny? They're coming out with a movie called you know, the Beatles.
Yeah.
Not the Beatles. Beetlejuice, I think. Yeah, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, they're remaking that.
Yeah.
The Crow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think it's gonna be as good as it was, or do you think it's gonna go to shit?
This is the thing. Sometimes they do good. Sometimes you're like, very rarely. But I feel like Beetlejuice has potential.
No, yeah, because they're keeping the same cast.
Yeah, exactly. When you bring it back, a lot of times they either fuck up the movie
Or
overall,
just putting people
or they
in
put them in. You're like,
why are you there?
Like
The
movies
Ghostbusters.
when we were kids. That
Like, why are they there?
Halloween Town. After a certain amount, after like the third movie, they changed like the main character.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I was like, even as a kid, I was like, who is this bitch?
Right, it's like, I don't remember you.
Yeah, and it put me off. It's off putting. Just like games though, it's like you get the right people who do it,
Yeah.
you might have a masterpiece on your hands. Like
That's true.
there's rumors even there might be more Spider. The shit they did with Spider-Man No Way Home, bringing in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield again, amazing. I like that.
Wait, so you know how you were talking about they canceled the Spider-Man multiplayer?
Yeah.
Do you think they were gonna do something like a co-op mission where it's like they have all the Spider-Mans in it?
Oh yeah, for sure. That was gonna be up to at least 6 players. You could play with. I think they said
Before?
6 players with different Spider-Man and Venom included and shit like that.
Do you think they would add in raids in that shit?
Honestly, yeah,
Like big bosses that you have to fight all
for
6.
sure.
That they would have to be for 6 people. They would have to.
Because it's like you kind of have to fall into some of the tropes that games like that have, to where there's big boss raids. Look at a game that didn't do so well with that. If we're bringing it back to games, Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah, bro, just bring Batman back. Even if you have to rewrite it.
Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League. It's like that was a part of the Arkhamverse. The Arkhamverse games.
Really?
That was the same universe that that Batman you see is the Batman across all the Arkham games.
That's no bullshit, because it's like, how are they gonna rewrite it? Maybe they could do like bad dream.
Some multiversal shit.
But just bring Batman back. Everybody know. I don't know why they're just missing out on money.
What killed me with that game, guys, is it says it in the title what the fuck the game is about.
But yeah, I don't understand why people get pissed.
And then
people Batman.
We're doing a dishonor to Batman. Don't get me wrong, they could have done better on that game. But it's like if you're gonna drop the money on it, you already saw the reviews, you already know what the game's about. Don't be fucking surprised when you get what you paid for it, because then you're just doing it to yourself.
Quite literally.
And I heard that game's not getting any better.
Really?
Yeah, they just added some Joker DLC, and I heard it's not doing so well. And I have that game. I haven't played it since I beat it.
Golly. You know what's a good game? That one game, I forget what it's called. I think it's called The Game of Life or something, or they have like a gun that's talking to you and it's funny.
I know what you're
It's
talking
like
about.
kind of like people who made Rick and Morty.
I know exactly what you're talking
I
about.
forgot the game of it, but that game, that shit. I always wanted to play it, but I never really had the opportunity.
No, only on Xbox. I think. Like you said, bring Batman back. They were supposed to have another game where
Yeah, they should bring it back.
Damian Wayne, Batman's son, came in to play, and he took the mantle, and it was supposed to be like a Batman Beyond, but then they canceled it. And it makes you think what could have been, just like the multiplayer Spider-Man game. Like, what could have been? Stop, you fuck boys, you fucking hackers. Stop. You're ruining for everybody else. Fuck you.
Do you think that's their goal, to ruin it for everybody else?
I think it's a virality
Or do you
thing.
think it's like they want to like show everybody, you know?
I think it's on some serial killer shit, but they're not killing anybody. Like, I don't mean to make it sound so drastic, but it's like they want to get some point across, or it's some weird shit where it's just like, you know, when serial killers do it, they do it for attention. Sometimes I feel like it's that, because bro, you're gonna get legal actions towards you if you hack somebody.
Yeah, I never get that. I don't get why people learn from other people's experiences. Like, you know, there was these young kids who'd hack, and they would go to jail for like 15 years or something like that. They don't.
Yeah,
they don't,
remember that year on Christmas when we wanted to get on GTA?
Oh my god.
What were they called?
I think like Scorpion Squad,
some weird
Snake
whack
Squad,
ass motherfuckers. It's
Reptile
like
Squad.
we were so pissed because we had to be 16, 17.
Yeah, we were trying to get
And
on.
I remember just being pissed because I'm like, bro, why?
They kept, knocking down the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I think Anonymous, outed them, and they went to jail for a long time. I don't get why people don't learn the lesson.
Man, now that we're talking about all these things, so many games pop into my head of what are my favorites.
Yeah,
Infamous Prototype.
that was a pretty good game.
But I feel like all these things coincide with each other. Games, movies, shows, because it's all a form of entertainment that you're consuming.
True.
And it's not looking so good these days, guys.
Are you not entertained?
No. No. Like, I won't say there's nothing. I'm not gonna be a nagging bitch about it.
Yeah.
Just not as much, I'd say. Like, how many times, or they just, like, it's even with movies, like, how many Scream movies do they have? And now I'm just like,
It's like, come on,
Wrap
guys,
it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up, Box, from Dave Chappelle. Wrap it up. It's hard. It's tough. I think we get it so much. I think we're microdosing entertainment so much that's hard. I feel like it's fucked us up mentally.
Yeah, I wonder if maybe is it the developers or is it us? It's like, do we have to dial back on the?
It's both. I feel like it's a mixture of things because it's just like when you're scrolling through social medias or apps like TikTok, especially, you're just boom entertaining, not entertaining, boom entertaining, and it's like ha, and it's such an extreme to where you get it so much that you spoil yourself with it.
Yeah,
That's why that fucks up with your dopamine receptors.
That's why I don't like TikTok formatted like apps, like they have the Instagram Reels and I don't like it because it's like I'm just sitting there all day swiping right.
Even if you don't like it, you ever caught yourself? You're like, I don't give a shit about none of this stuff, but you're just still just swiping it. Laying in bed, you wake up, swipe.
Yeah, what I'll do sometimes is I'll see something crazy and I'll just delete I can't do it. Really.
I find myself deleting or deactivating a lot. I went on a 4 or 5 year hiatus from social media. Just never used it. Snapchat, Instagram.
Yeah, I don't really post at all for me personally. For me, I feel like there's no point in posting because for me, I feel like people just don't care. So it's like, why post for me?
That's another thing. It's like this is a big topic for another podcast, but I'll touch on this for a short period. That stuff is messing with people from all age ranges of just their confidence in the lack thereof, or just it having the control over your self-esteem. Because let's say you don't get the attention you want, it's gonna break some people. It's gonna break a lot of people, and you can't just sit there and go, "Oh, they're weak-minded." Hey, bro, you don't ever know what somebody's going through. Before you say something, walk a mile in their shoes and then say something. If you still have something to say, you might just be an asshole. But it's just fun. Just stuff like that. Like recently, I made a video.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to talk about that.
For sure, of course.
You made a video of a time lapse of Utica.
Yeah.
It's just you. Like I even called you in the middle of it. I was like, "What are you doing there?" Just walking around, posted up everywhere in Utica. And you got right now I think I saw you got 8K views. How many views have you got in that video?
I can tell you right now.
Not keep in mind people, compared to other people, sure, it might not be a lot, but for producing first time when you just uploaded it, boom, 8K.
Right now I'm at 7.9, yeah.
No, on my phone you're on
8K. Is that 8K? See, I don't know why it does that. But yeah, because my intentions for that really was
yeah,
go for a walk.
Let's just break that down a little bit. So, why did you want to start or do that?
First off, you know Muhammad. My boy Muhammad, my brother Muhammad. You're friends since childhood. We have our own YouTube channel. I won't touch on that because we'll get into that in another podcast. But we had gotten, what is it called, the gimbal?
Mm.
It's our YouTube channel's gimbal that we were going to use for filming. And he wanted me to practice with it. And I like being the camera guy sometimes. I like being on camera and being the camera guy. And one day I came home from the gym and I was just like, it was one of those days where I need to clear my head. I'm feeling like I want to knock a motherfucker out. I need to clear my head. So I took them on with me. Turns out I was out there for a good 3 hours. For a 28, turned out to be a 28
3
second.
hours?
Yeah, at least 3 hours for a 28-second video because I was walking. Like you
Oh,
said,
okay.
you
Called the whole time.
No, I would take my car somewhere, park it, walk around that area, film, travel to another place.
Oh, I thought you meant because there was some
Yeah,
place where you had to
I
walk.
was walking a lot. And it was cold as hell. So my main goal wasn't even from the start. I wasn't thinking that. I was like, let me go out there, fuck around with it, see what I can do. And then I just got the idea. I'm like, let me just get a video of Utica. Maybe I can really bring some kind of notoriety to not only myself but to my city, because Utica is not the best place, but it doesn't always get viewed in a good light. So
yeah, did you see that they added a Simpsons episode of Utica?
Yeah, and they were shitting on
us.
us. They were shitting on us. Like, you would have thought we were some fucking idiots, bro. Like,
dude, that's
it was in The Simpsons, and they were just fucking clowning us. Yeah, man, they were clowning us. So
yeah, that was insane. That was pretty funny.
it's cool to see that people know about us, but I don't want to be known for that shit. What
That's
the
true.
hell?
It's like, yeah.
So after a while, it turned into me I want to make a name for myself, like I said, but also everybody has dreams they're chasing. I'm chasing my own dreams. He's chasing his dreams, and it's like, if that's gonna be a path that I'm gonna take, I want to be one of those people to put my city on the map for something else, for something better. So, long story short, right? Long story, and they always say, if you can get your hometown on your back and be backing you, then that's saying something. Because a lot of people from your hometown trying to blow up or whatever it is, they'll hate on you a lot.
True, or they'll go there and they get killed by other people.
Exactly. So, long story short, I ended up making a video. It got really good reception. It got a bunch of shares. And the first night, I posted it maybe around 12 or something.
12 what, views?
No, 12 at night. Maybe a little earlier. Maybe around 10, 11 p.m. Overnight, it had gained at least 1,000 to 2,000 views. And when I was mind blown. I was shocked because I'm like, because it's nothing crazy. Like you said, it's not. To me, it's crazy. But a lot of other people, right? And
I don't think I've ever gotten any views like that.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't get very big headed over it because I'm sure people who whatever it is, think they always have something to say. Oh, I hope he doesn't get a big head or whatever. It's nothing like that. It's just I feel very proud of myself.
Yeah, it's but the cool part is not only do you get all those views, but you went out of your way.
Yeah.
3 hours.
I'm not getting any profit from it.
Yeah.
I'm not there's nothing to it. It's free. And I've got some other stuff coming, but it's it's already created opportunities for me. I have people hitting me up for music videos. I just started.
Really?
I just started working on. I was filming the other night with a friend of mine where we went into Delhi, and the guy was like, I was explaining to him, oh, can I get some shots in here and all that, and he was like, yeah, and then it turned into him being like, do you make those TikTok videos of the dudes with the flipping the food and all that stuff? I was like, hey, I'm new to this stuff, but these are all things that I would love to be a part of, and down the road, for sure, I'm just trying to make opportunities for myself. So it's that happened, and it gave me some motivation because, bro, I wasn't expecting that. I threw it up there, put it together, edited it, threw it up there.
The funny thing is, when you sent me the video, I seen some clips that look fucking dope as shit.
I appreciate that.
There was this one where
the smoking alleyway. That's my favorite scene.
So that
it looks very cinematic. I was just astonished. I didn't think it would get the traction it did, and it's just I'm very grateful for that. I'm very grateful for the people who shared it, liked it, viewed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
That's pretty cool. But damn.
Yeah, man.
That's and it's crazy because like, you're not thinking anything about it, then boom.
Yeah, and it's so I guess it's stuff like that when you least expect it. Because man, we've been working on ways to try to get big.
Yes, sir.
Over the years since we've been younger, so I guess it's just like we said, the goal of the podcast. Going for it, just go for it.
Just don't blow up and act like we don't
know nobody. Yeah, and it's like it's just that. It's like now we're doing things we always said we wanted to do: YouTube channels, videography. One thing that's big for me is music. Whether it's producing the instrumentals or whatever, or rapping or singing, whatever it is, music videos, stuff like that. Videography, cinematography, our YouTube channel, our podcast. Who knows what else we put in the works?
The cool thing about that is that when you do that your own with beats and everything, you can copyright them yourself.
Yeah.
And you make your own dough and all that stuff.
Speaking of stuff, don't ever think it's not possible. Remember those T-shirts I made in high school?
Oh, dude, we gotta talk about that.
It was short-lived, and I wish I kept it going, but we'll talk on it, like you said.
So pretty much, I'm gonna give you some backstory from my perspective. Pretty much, Nick here decided he wanted to create a brand and put it on a T-shirt and then sell it to people. That thing was smart for many levels. Number one, people actually bought it. He made profit off of it, and he actually got the opportunity to, feel like what it is like to have a business, a brand. Not only that, but it's like not many people at your age were being very entrepreneurial. Right? Like doing your own shit, being your own boss. It was pretty cool.
You made me see that. Remember that time we were on Discord, you were telling me how much it motivated you and inspired you?
Yeah.
And stuff like that means a lot to me, bro, because it's like I don't get people like that. I get a lot of hate. People think I'm some cocky. I'm not just say that. There's people who like me, there's people who don't. A lot of people think I'm some cocky, conceited, and like dickhead or whatever. And I have a resting bitch face that I can't help.
That was pretty cool. That was like a what do you call it? A stone or a stone?
Yeah, it was a milestone for sure.
It was
like you said,
I
was 18.
It's like there was I forgot what the saying was. Steve Jobs was talking about like some people are going to live in a box and continue it, right? And you're like, all right, I gotta do it this way. But sometimes you just gotta completely shatter and break out of it.
Yeah, because
do what the hell you want to do.
He made me aware to where it's like you made people think they could do it too. Yeah. And that's something that means a lot to me as well, because it's like I look at somebody like music artists, big producers in music or production and films and stuff like that, athletes, all sorts of things where it's like you always get those people that are like, oh, that guy made me want to do this. I want to be that to somebody. I want to be inspirational to somebody. So when he told me that gave me a lot of confidence. That gave me a big like self-esteem boost, because you don't get that often from people. You don't get a lot of love. And I like to say that it's free to show love. And that meant a lot, because if I can make somebody feel like they can do something like that, like my brother-in-law, he's a big inspiration to me because I look up to him, and he created his own detailing business, and it's like, bro, half the time people don't fucking even give it a chance. They don't even.
That's true.
It comes with a lot of sacrifices. You have to be aware. It comes with a lot of sacrifices. It's not always going to be a fun, good time. Like, right. I hate that shit. Oh, I just want to have fun doing. No, bro. There's hours that you have to put into this stuff. There's money into it. There's sacrifices. Yeah, and it made me. His detail business made me see, or my sister or my mother, like they've done these things where it's like it inspires me to really go out there and achieve my own aspirations and dreams, because it's like it makes you, if somebody, it's like a hometown hero almost. You blowing up, it's like, okay, I can do this. Like when the Kanye documentary came out, how many motherfuckers do you think you see? I'm gonna be the next Kanye. Like a lot of them are. I'm sorry to say, because it's just a big thing in the moment. It's a trend, but it's stuff like that that really does motivate some people. And when think of it this way, you're not on your game. Somebody out there is in their room,
they're grinding
on their craft, putting in the hours, becoming better than you.
Do you want to be that person that gets lapped, or do you want to be that person that like steel sharpens iron sharpens iron?
Yeah.
You're gonna fall behind, or you're gonna keep pushing forward and succeed. So yeah.